Hey friends. So I'm really curious to know, are you guys taking your kids to the mall? Like, are y'all taking y'all's kids to the mall? Are y'all introducing mall culture, technique, how to do the mall to your kids? I feel like the reason why a lot of these kids be so lost and because they don't know what's going on, they don't even know how to navigate, they don't even have a sense of direction, is because we're not teaching our children pivotal life skills like simply just navigating, like doing the mall. I understand because the world right now is so and it's so dangerous and there's always some mall shooting, but there's shootings everywhere. Like, have you stopped sending your kids to school? Have you stopped going to the grocery stores? Have you stopped going into Walmart? So to me, it's like you can't live in that state of fear because back when we were going to the mall, they were kidnapping children left and right, and yet our parents still allowed us to do the mall and to do certain things like ride around in our bikes until the street lights came on. So I don't want us to live in this like state of fear about mall shootings because danger is around us all the time. And I think if you know how to do the mall, then you can teach your children about the dangers of the world and how to best navigate tricky, dangerous situations, because now you can figure out, okay, where are the exits? Which door did you come in through? What mall was near or what store was near? Where was the food court? You can position. So, and the reason why is because I was with teenagers yesterday at the mall, and they truly were lost on how to do the mall because it is overwhelming. It's very overstimulating, and if you haven't been doing the mall, then you don't know how to hit the stores up, how to get in and out, how to navigate the chaos, the traffic, the people, how to just walk on the right. So when we got in the car, I was like, all right, girls, like what stores do you want to hit up so we know what mall to target? They couldn't tell me like what store. I said, what is the stores that you guys be following on TikTok, or like the girls, what are the girlies wearing? I ain't 12, I'm not 13. So I just, if you want to go back to me, we was in Charlotte Russe Forever 21, like we was in Rainbow, but I don't know what y'all are wearing. So one of the girls was like, okay, we could probably look at Hollister. I was like, oh, okay, great. So let me look to see what mall has Hollister in there. So it was like between Perimeter and Lenox. And then I was like, what other stores y'all want to go to? Sephora. Okay, both malls. So I was like, have y'all been to Lenox? And they were like, not really. And I was like, ooh, let's go to Lenox. So they had all the stores that they were telling me were in Lenox too, in Perimeter. So it was easy. So once we were like, okay, we're going to Lenox, they were like excited. I'm like, all right, we're going to do Lenox. So then we get to Lenox. I said, okay, go. Like, let's figure out where we need to go. I'm going to let y'all lead. So the first store we walked into was Aerie. It's like the American Eagle spinoff. I said, where y'all want to go to next? They're like, So I said, let's ask the young lady in the store, hey, do you know where Hollister is? Do you know where Kendra Scott is? Do you know where Sephora is? Because mind you, I haven't been in Lenox in a while, and I don't know what stores. I know what my stores in Lenox, where they are positioned, but I don't know where their stores in Lenox are positioned. So the girl in Aerie was like, oh yeah, Sephora's right here on the same hallway. Hollister's upstairs. PacSun is upstairs. Cool. Out of the store, and we're like, all right, let's go up the stairs. There's, she said that 3 of the stores that they wanted were upstairs. So like, let's just target upstairs so that when you're done doing the mall, we're on the main level that we started off on, and the car would be right there, right? Like, again, doing the mall. So I was like, let's just go upstairs. So we go upstairs. They target 2 or 3 of the stores that they wanted to. Now, mind you, I'm with 3 of my own kids. So I'm like, the girls are starting to get antsy. They're like, oh, this is so boring. Like, when are we going to get stuff for us? Mind you, I'm there for the teenagers. I just took them because I wanted them to get out the house and not be on their electronics. So I said, you know what, girls? There's a gelato place. Let's go downstairs and get ice cream. So the 2 teenagers were like, what? I'm like, yeah, y'all can walk around. Y'all just call me when y'all ready. Like, I'm not going to helicopter you. I need you to figure out what y'all want to buy the stuff. I'm going to be with my daughters downstairs on the main level where we just literally took the escalators from. Come on when you're ready. So I probably left them for like 10 minutes before they were calling me. Like, where are you? We went to like the 2 or 3 stores. I was like, y'all went through the stores that fast? It was almost like really cute because I feel like they've never really been away from like their parents like that, to just be like, so they probably needed the comfort to know that I was still around. I was like, girl, I'm just right here downstairs. So they come down. I mean, they're coming from Sephora. I was like, where else do y'all want to go? They're like, oh, there's a store down here. There's free people, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, okay. We go, we continue. Once we're at the end, I go, so how do you guys feel? And they're like, whew. I'm very stimulated. I'm like, it's very overwhelming, isn't it? They were like, yeah. I said, that's because you guys have not ever done the mall. I wanted to have this experience first because you guys are walking around aimlessly. You guys want outfits and you guys want to know how to put together outfits, but you guys don't even know how to do the mall. And that is like rule 101. This is what we're going to do next. The next time we come to the mall, your homework is going to be, I want you to go on Pinterest. I want you to go on TikTok. I want you to go on all your little social media platforms that y'all follow. Look at the girlies. The one that makes your spidey senses tingle. That's like, oh, I love her little look. You're going to take a snapshot of that. Okay. We're going to create a vision board. We're going to create a mood board. The next time we come to do the mall, we'll have a game plan. You'll be able to say, I like how she paired this top with these sweatpants, with these UGG slip-ons, with this cardigan, like this sweater, with these leggings, with this. I said, we are going to break down the outfits that you see, and you're going to put your own style on it. You're going to put your own flair on it. Okay. I said, but we will not come to the mall with no plan. Because walking around and not knowing how to put stuff together is a waste of time. You want to walk out like you did the mall. We're so excited. They were like, yeah, that's a good idea. And I'm like, yeah, that's how you do the mall. You don't ever want to go with the intentions of buying things at the mall and then walk out with 1 or 2 things. You want to be able to put together 3 to 4 outfits and be able to afford it and be able for it to come out the way you planned it in your head. If you have a plan, and this is with anything in life, you cannot get to the end result without working towards the plan to getting to from point A to point. You can't get to B without going through A. And A is the baby steps you got to take to break down the outfits. You have to break it down to the point of like, what shoes is she, what socks do she got on? How does she pair her bracelets on her? That is the level of detail you need to have so that you can show up as your best self. And when you get to school, you be that girl. You be that girl in the outfit because you done figured out how to break it down. So anyways, there was a lot of life lessons yesterday that I learned with teenagers because again, my daughters are so little, but it literally prepared me for when they get to that moment in time. They are so coddled, number one, kind of misunderstood. You know, I feel like as parents, we want to do everything for them, but there's a level of, there's security in creating independence because you know that they're not going to fall for anything and that they have awareness. That's the biggest thing too, like awareness. Where do we walk through? Where do we park the car? Where do we walk through? I don't want you to be aimlessly like not knowing where you're at. Like I want you to know we came in through Bloomingdale's. We were on the second floor. We're gonna have to take the escalators up. We walked out. We were across from American Eagle, down all the way on the other side of Sephora. So that way you're aware of where the stores are in the mall. Okay. The other life lesson is that as parents, we cannot use the excuse that we're so tired all of the time that we're not exposing our children to the city that you live in. Like not even the world, just the city that you're in. I feel like a lot of parents hold on to like, oh, I'm so tired, everybody's so tired. Yeah, we are all tired. But it's not fair to the kids to not be exposed to the things that we were exposed to because you think our parents weren't tired? And yet they still expose us to a level of just so many different areas in life, and it makes us who we are today. And I think taking your kids out to restaurants, taking your kids out to the mall, taking your kids out to other areas, like you don't even got to stay in your city. You can literally drive 45 minutes to another mall. So it's just so you can experience a different flair of people. Okay? The teenagers asked me to bring them to the mall. I'm doing something good in life that the teenagers asked me to bring them to the mall. I'm winning in life, honestly. The teenagers. Yeah. The teenagers. Let me say this again. The teenagers asked TT Nelly to bring them to the mall. Okay, if that is not the quintessential winning, I brought the teenagers to the mall. Woo!